Welcome to another exciting episode of Blu-ray on a Budget. We're here with Jeremy, Johnny, and I'm Jerry Hara. Here we go. Avengers Age of Ultron. How much did I get it for? $14.99. Came with the Blu-ray. Johnny, of course, always gets the digital, the DVD, and the 3D Blu-ray. So, here's what I'm going to say about the movie. When I saw the film, I saw it at 2 a.m. when it first came out, and I was debating whether to go see it, and I got trapped into the hype like everyone else, and I didn't like it. And pretty much a lot of people on the internet came after me and said, well, Jerry, blah, 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 blah. Now, watch this movie again, assholes, because rose-colored glasses are a bitch, and I'm going to tell you this. Let me just sum this up really quick, gentlemen. First off, this movie caused Joss Whedon to have a fucking nervous breakdown. He pretty much is not doing shit except maybe lounging in the pool with his pile of money like Scrooge McDuck. The other point I want to make is this movie is so janky and it's so obvious there was studio interference with this film. It's very obvious. Here is the big problem. Winter Soldier, amazing. Guardians of the Galaxy, amazing. This came after it. Here's the problem. The problem with Avengers is not only is it overtly long, but it's the same old shit. It has a lack of a strong villain, and the biggest problem is you feel like you're going from one big action set piece to the next, and then you have a couple of good character moments, and then it's the same old Buffy the Vampire Slayer, like snarky comments. Now, I'm gonna bounce it over first to you, Johnny. What did you think of Age of Ultron?
Unlike you, I kind of waited around for it to actually come out. Only for the reason because I knew my kids were going to want to see it. So that was really the only reason I even attempted to watch this when it did come out. I had no real desire in seeing it. I love the Marvel movies, but you know what? I think I'm more a fan of the Marvel standalone movies. Avengers was good, but like I said, I'm more of like the standalone. I'm kind of like still my whole comic nerd where I wasn't really a huge fan of the Avengers. I love the Hulk, and that might have been my main driving force into seeing this movie. But like I was saying, I waited till Jerry obviously gave me the ultraviolet code. I wasn't really impressed with it. One of my things now is seeing how long a movie is, and anything over 2 hours is just too long nowadays, especially for something like this. It seemed like I did a lot of waiting around for what I wanted to see. Like, I wanted to see Ruffalo as the Hulk. I think he's amazing. Obviously, I wanted to see the evolution of Ultron, what his final form ultimately was going to be, and I think really the one thing that I can say that I took from this that I thought was awesome was I think Spader was awesome as Ultron's voice.
I'll agree with that.
So,
I'm going to kick it over to Jeremy. Now, what did you think?
Well, let me just start off by saying I took a lot of crap when the first Avengers movie came out, and everyone was like, oh my god, this is the most awesome thing in the world. Like, it was just like every fanboy's like wet dream right there. And I walked out of the theater, I was like, it was all right.
Yeah,
you know,
I agree
at that point in history, we didn't have as many Marvel movies before then. You're talking standalones. We had like the Iron Man movies. Yeah. You know, maybe
the question
the first
was
Cap, maybe the first
could they pull
Thor.
it off? Could they pull it off?
They pulled it off, but I'm not saying either Avengers movie is bad, but I'm gonna have to side with Johnny. I enjoyed the standalone movies a lot more. You get deeper into the characters. You have the character developments and moments. I mean, the Avengers character moments, while they're funny and amusing, is just like them bickering at each other, which actually is my favorite.
Party scene is like
my favorite parts of those movies is them bickering at each other. Otherwise, like Jerry said, it's just action set piece to action set piece. And when you add even more characters, we had the addition of, Quicksilver, Vision, Scarlet Witch. It's like, how much time do you get to spend with each of these characters?
And I just want to state on one thing. It's sad because I'm watching these movies, like I said before, I'm watching it just to see the Hulk now. It's like, I grew up loving the Hulk, the original show. Like, my favorite part from the first movie was when Ruffalo gave the line, "I'm always angry." Just amazing.
It summed it up.
I'm looking. I guess I'm looking for what may or may never happen. Is I want another Hulk standalone movie. I will sit through Avengers: Age of Ultron again just to watch the Hulk parts.
Well, let's talk about some of the good things, though. I mean, because
there are good things.
There's plenty of good things. As I just gotta say, as far as the Marvel movies go, casting,
Right.
they nail it straight on.
Yeah.
They've never gone wrong. Maybe Quicksilver, but
But it was only because of X-Men: Days of Future
Right.
Past. That Quicksilver is so
Evan
perfect.
Peters, yeah.
But spoiler, he fucking dies
Right,
anyway.
right.
So who gives a shit?
Yeah, he's like the expendable, literally.
He's
in
the
this
kid
film.
from Kick-Ass, right?
That is the kid. That's
Right.
And also, him and Olsen were both in Godzilla, which
Okay.
was weird. They're in this other big thing. Brings me to another point. If you are going to get the Blu-ray, I do recommend the 3D version. It is amazing. I sat with Cousin Justin. Shout out to Cousin Justin. The 3D is incredible on this. Like, you guys got we got to sit down and watch
Right.
this.
What about features?
Features, you've got a ton of stuff, but again, I feel like the features are disappointing.
Mm-hmm.
They're very disappointing. They're very lackluster on this disc. It's kind of like, hey, look, we're in Italy. Hey, look, we're here.
Right. Okay.
And it doesn't really give you any insight. But there are good things. I mean, obviously, my favorite thing, and it's going to be everybody's, is the Hulkbuster South
Right.
Africa fight scene.
Right.
It's incredible. And it's funny.
It was amazing.
Once you knew that was in the movie, that's what you were waiting for. Like, obviously, I was kind of like, I'm still, like I said, comic book nerd. I wanted to see Final Form of Ultron. I don't know if I was, like, ultimately happy with it.
Yeah.
But once I saw that there was a Hulkbuster in the trailer, like, that's all I sat around for, waiting.
I feel that the biggest problem they have with these movies is pacing. And again, 2.5 hours is too much. They should leave you wanting more. But again, if you have a good paced movie, this is the sign of a good movie. Let's take a time out here, and I'm going to school you to something. If you watch a movie that's 4 hours long and it seems like it went by in 5 minutes,
Right.
you just watched a good movie.
Right.
Because you didn't care and you weren't sitting and waiting. There's so much going on in this movie. Again, I know that like Joss Whedon was like sleeping in an editing bay to get this done. The final product, Vision steals the movie. Vision is my
Yeah.
favorite new character. Out of all these people, I really love the Vision.
But is Disney allowed to go and just create their own stories now? Like, like I said, I wasn't a huge Avengers comic guy, but I was pretty sure that that's not how Vision came about. I could be wrong. I don't know. Either of you know? Like,
In the comics, Vision was created by Hank
Hank
Pym.
Pym.
right, yeah.
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man, right, exactly.
And the thing is here's the thing was
I just want to say, are we giving Disney too many creative licenses now with, like, content that's been around for, what, 30, 40 years? Like,
some of it even longer. I mean, with the Avengers, you're going
Right.
back way back, almost 50 years now.
I have no problems with, changes for movie versions and whatnot. I don't know. I think, don't get me wrong, still enjoyable flicks, but the Avengers movies are just set up for the next Marvel movie and the next Marvel movie. It's like we're showing you little previews of
Right.
storylines to come.
Right.
Whereas they should be the punctuation mark
Yeah.
on their phase, phase 1, phase 2.
Right.
And the other thing too is, Jesus Christ, how many times are you gonna fucking tease Thanos? Because
Yeah.
now, and I think Josh Brolin is one of the best actors
Right.
of our generation working right now. But Jesus Christ, like he's got so much to live up to because every movie has built
Right.
up to Thanos. And the problem is with Marvel, aside from Spider-Man and a few others, they don't have the depth of villain roster. They don't have like what Batman has. And honestly, they cut out obviously the Tom Hiddleston scene,
Right, yeah,
which
I
was
heard
like
that.
whatever.
Yeah.
He's been the strongest villain. Spader does his thing. I like James Spader, but the problem was he didn't seem like a threat. And the other thing too is that because they have to keep these movies PG-13, just like the Chitauri, these are like sentient robots and they're just being smashed.
Right.
There's no...
Yeah.
It feels like there's no consequence in this film, which is, and that's a problem. Even, we didn't even get connected to Quicksilver because he dies so quickly.
Yeah.
And that was the worst Russian accent I have heard. Jesus Christ. He was not a good... That's the thing, is like, now with these Marvel movies, it's like, there's just so much going on. And I really have to say, the worst part about this movie, and I'm sorry, whatever, is the farmhouse scene with Hawkeye.
Renner's real life. Hawkeye's real life. Yeah, like.
Yeah, it's like. I was talking about lack of character moments because you have too much going on. It seems like they tried to throw some in, but failed miserably.
I guess because he was...
the Hawkeye's secret family,
right,
or that. Okay, here's this random love thing between Black Widow and the Hulk that just came out of nowhere.
that was...
It didn't make sense.
Yeah.
I just, please, and like, dear Hollywood, dear Marvel, dear Disney, dear every fucking Hollywood studio on Earth right now, stop world building. Just stop world building. It's out of control. Because even the scene at Hawkeye's Ranch, it's Hawkeye's Ranch dressing.
Right.
I feel like that scene where they're chopping wood is very setting up Civil War.
Yeah.
That right there was the beginning of Civil War. Yeah. Even the scene in the beginning when and everybody always comes down on Stark, and it's like, you know what? Everybody needs to, like, I understand how they get angry at him, but it's like, yo, you need to back off of Stark. You're living at his tower. He's putting up some cash for this stuff. S.H.I.E.L.D. ain't fronting them the money.
Right.
I'm just saying. As the late, great Patrick Swayze once said, opinions vary. Obviously, in the classic film Roadhouse. Whether you loved, hated, or were just kind of indifferent towards Avengers Age of Ultron, they have produced some kick-ass toys. So, Jeremy, what are we looking at? And just, let's go through the list. This is crazy.
All right, so what I brought a selection of some pretty cool Avengers merchandise out right now. Let's start off here. Since this is Blu-ray on a budget, we'll start with the the budget type, the lower end items.
I see what you're
This is the Marvel Select line from Diamond Select Toys. Still much better than the stuff you're gonna find in your Toys R Us or Walmart or Target.
Hell yeah.
And around the comparable pricing. They're 7-inch scale. They're very detailed, very sculpted very nicely. Usually comes in this large oversized packaging with a neat base.
These are some of my favorites. Like, as far as Marvel collectibles go, I love these.
So, released for the Avengers Age of Ultron, was the Hulk, the Black Widow, and the Thor.
And I gotta say, they're all incredible. Like, Hemsworth looks like Hemsworth, but the job they did with this Hulk and Ruffalo, like, it really looks like Mark Ruffalo. It's pretty insane. I'm just kind of taken aback by it at the moment.
And remember, all three of them available at
Blam Entertainment. You can buy these. Like, everything you see here, you can buy. So get excited.
Now, to those diehard fans, or those people that are looking for those ultimate Avengers collectibles, we've talked about Hot Toys in the past. We've showcased them on previous shows.
Yeah.
If you're just seeing them for the first time, what rock have you been living under? I don't know. No, just a brief rundown. Hot Toys, the greatest detailed job any 6-scale, 12-inch collectibles out there right now. They're one of my personal favorites. The likenesses are just amazing. They just nail it. Over here we have the Black Widow. She comes with, a slew of accessories, batons, handguns, larger rifles.
And that's real hair. Like, she has real hair. This is Scarlett Johansson. Like, again, we've always talked about this. Like, even if you're not a fan of the Avengers and you're a fan of Scarlett Johansson as an actress, like, this is it. This is the collectible. Like, you pretty much own a replica of Scarlett Johansson.
And over here, we have the Jeremy Renner Hawkeye. Once again, spot on likeness. A little production notes here. Like it literally took me 40 minutes just to get as far as I did setting him up there.
It did.
I mean, he comes with so many accessories. Like he has 1,000,000 arrows still in the box, like 20 different arrowheads. Ridiculous. He's got shades, alternate hands for doing everything, a collapsed bow. It's spared no expense at detail there.
The thing I have to tell you about these Hot Toys right now, especially, is that even on camera, it's not doing it justice because you have to see these with your own two eyes because the level of detail, like I'm looking at the Hawkeye right now, and just the level of detail in Renner's outfit is just like this is incredible. I mean, this is like Hot Toys just keeps getting better and better and better. Like I can't believe this. Like I'm completely blown away. Because even as marginalized as I feel, Hawkeye was better in this film, and he stole the movie with the quips. And
he's got that outfit that's a little more reminiscent to the comic book outfit with the long coat.
Yeah, I definitely like the design of this way more than what they had done in the original. Honestly, like I said, you're watching this at home. It doesn't do justice to how beautiful these toys look, and these are available at Blam Entertainment. You need to click. It's below us. You open up the options. You click below, and you can see all of Jeremy's awesome toys, and you can order them. They make great gifts because somebody out there, like I said, even if you're a fan of Jeremy Renner, you have somebody who loves Jeremy Renner as an actor, and they might not. This is it. You've got a Jeremy Renner figure.
Jerry's got 2 of them.
Got 5 of them. One of them is inside of me right now. Didn't know that, did you? It certainly is the Age of Ultron. So you've got more coming out. There's more releases coming to Blam Entertainment.
True. Thor should be hitting within the next couple of weeks, and they have Scarlet Witch, Quicksilver,
Holy shit.
Vision, Ultron, Iron Legion.
So this is
second version of Ultron.
Really?
I think there's a second Iron Man coming out. It just doesn't stop. Hulkbuster's dropping.
Okay, so if you're watching this and it's the distant future, keep going to Blam Entertainment and checking back for new stuff dropping all the time. Check back every week. If you're obsessive like me, I check back every day because there's new stuff just coming out. So it looks like there's no end in sight, and we're not getting the Infinity Gauntlet for quite some time. So I guess right now, if you want to buy Avengers figures, this is the time. Because you're not going to get Avengers figures probably for quite some time, especially the Diamond Select and especially the Hot Toys. This caliber of collectible you're not going to get. Oh God, is it like 2017? Yeah, it's like 2017. So if you're watching this in the future and Infinity Gauntlet is a complete flop because Robert Downey Jr. has asked for a private planet at this point, he really bent them over the barrel, didn't he? He's a smooth criminal. Order now. How you doing, Scarlett? I know you missed me. 'Cause I'm that cookie monster. I'm that cookie monster. ScarJo, I know you're waiting for me. Alright, so, again, we had Winter Soldier, amazing. Guardians of the Galaxy, amazing. We had this, and then Ant-Man. And I loved Ant-Man.
Ant-Man was terrific. We need a whole nother time to discuss.
It looks like the more successful Marvel movies now are the ones that maybe they're not expecting some of these movies to be as popular. Like Guardians of the Galaxy, Ant-Man. These movies were probably the better ones to come out in the last few years. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. They're like their B team right now, and these movies are turning out to be the more, at least along fans and other movie goers that go, people that are really into movies, these are the more successful movies right now. So Maybe not monetarily. I'm not saying that at all, but
Yeah.
like,
Well, here's the thing. I mean, are we excited for the Infinity Gauntlet? Is it the payoff? I mean,
I'm an asshole because you know what, I am. Like, for some reason Marvel puts their name on anything. I either gotta buy it, I gotta see it, I gotta read it.
Yeah.
So I'm a fanboy. I'm a Marvel fanboy.
So
That's
am
what
I.
it is. I'm not gonna lie.
Jeremy, I mean, are you excited? Because Infinity Gauntlet is, honestly, and that'll also, considering, just let me preface this like this. From what we've heard, the Thor movies, well, they weren't that strong. Let's admit it. The Thor movies were not that strong as films.
I like
them, but
I enjoy them. But now that it's been revealed that the Hulk is in Thor Ragnarok, it's very obvious that the Hulk is probably going to be in the next Guardians in some fashion. But are you excited for the Infinity Gauntlet films? Like, do you feel it's going to be because I feel like the Infinity Gauntlet films should be the payoff for this
that they're building.
the
Yeah,
arc,
exactly.
the entire arc.
Honestly, I'm not super excited. Am I gonna go see it? Yes, because I want the overall picture of the universe. But you know, I'm more excited for those standalone movies. I'm excited for Civil War, although I'm a little scared that, you know, are they throwing in so many characters that it's going to become like another
Seems
Avengers
like
movie
just-
and not a Captain America movie? But
Seems like they kind of went to the Civil War thing so quickly. Like,
Yeah, it was something that could have built. I feel like Civil War could have came after Infinity Gauntlet.
right?
You
But-
know, and the other thing too is now there is business in play. There's always business in play, but now that Disney has these proprietary rights in some ways to Spider-Man,
Right.
now it's let's get Spider-Man in Civil War, and I think that's going to be the big stinger for Civil War is okay. Well, here's Spider-Man, yay!
Right.
Could you recommend this movie to people?
As much as I am a fanboy, like if you can sit over 2 hours, I think it's like one of those movies that you watch one time, maybe twice. Fast forward to the good parts.
Jeremy, can you recommend it?
if you're down with the Marvel movies, you have to watch it because it's part of the, you know, woven, interconnected story. Is it a bad movie? No, but have they done better? Yes, many of the time.
Well, it's funny because, you know, I look back to my grandfather's era, you know, that the pre and post World War II, and there were film serials. There was a Batman film serial.
Yeah.
There was Flash Gordon, and you had to go back every week and watch them.
Right.
And I think Hollywood has surprisingly found a way to bring a little bit of the old into the new. So these are like serials, or like telenovelas,
Right.
or just like TV shows, or like comic books. We're coming back every month. We're coming back every year, every couple of months.
Right.
They have hit a point of market saturation. I will say, if you do get this, get the 3D version. If you have a 3D television, the 3D version is clear. I don't know. I mean, make mine Marvel. I'm a part of the Merry Marvel fan club. I do love it. But I think at the end of the day, this movie is really, again, just a bunch of scenes that set up action set pieces, have a little bit of character development, the same old snarky Whedon lines, and in the end, okay, let me be perfectly honest. I tried watching this 5 times. I give up. I saw it twice because after that initial reaction, everybody said, after that like opening week hype, and I'm wondering if this is what's going to happen with Star Wars. Just just touching on that a little bit, but like once the rose-colored glasses are off and the fanboy fangirl hype is done, really watch this film and dissect it, because again, filmmaking is art, and this is commerce, and it's where commerce and art meet. And they have made some amazing action figures, and they've done some incredible things. But you know what? At the end of the day, Avengers Age of Ultron is just not that good. If you can, get it on the cheap. I don't know if you're going to be able to do that. Buy a used copy. You'll find it on eBay. I just can't recommend this movie. I do love the bitch in red thing, you know, Blu-ray, but
Yeah.
look, this has been Blu-ray on a budget. I'm Jerry Hara.
Jeremy.
Johnny.
We hope to see you next week. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment below. Are we right? Are we wrong? Are we horrible people?
Yeah.
Is the Avengers...
Maybe.
Well, yeah, I really wouldn't even disagree with that, but we want to know, what do you think? You know, did you like this movie? Because honestly, without the hype, I'm not too sold. Like, subscribe, tell your friends, and don't forget to go to Blam Entertainment for the best in toys and collectibles.
Blu-ray on a budget.